is day 1,641 days since Richard was brutally murdered. See what's going on here. Okay. On Fort Bliss in El Paso, Texas. That's the borderland. And we're burning the midnight oil. We're burning the midnight oil as always. Really busy day again. Things have really changed. We have a new president and we have new laws. And I think the new laws are what needs to be really stressed here, because Richard was internally code red. You don't have to murder someone as a code red, but you can order harm. And they absolutely ordered Richard harm. They absolutely covered up his whistleblowing. That's very important for people to understand. Let's see if I can straighten this up a little bit more, makes it more comfortable. Just this a little. Okay. So it's important for everyone to know that Richard, first and foremost, was a whistleblower, and that was creating a lot of ripples in the law enforcement agencies in El Paso and Fort Bliss. And there is no doubt in our mind that Veronica Escobar absolutely knew about Richard's whistleblowing reports. There is no doubt in my mind that the chain of command, through the military, especially, all the way up to Mealy, knew Richard's whistleblowing activities. There's no doubt, because of what happened with Fort Hood, which is called Fort Cavazos now, with Vanessa Guillen. So, and they did not want another Guillen situation. It's very bad. It's very bad when you have trouble recruiting and then you have things like this happening and you have, murders going on, whistleblowers going on, and you expect, recruiting. But going through the country and talking to families, military families, veteran families, like we have, and, lots of different groups that we have gone to, they absolutely have their own thinking because of the mandates, but because of also that their young family members joined the military and they were, came home and they weren't the same person. They were mentally destroyed. A lot of them, you can recover from some physical, with drugs and things like this, but they were saying the mental stress, because of the injustices, the the criminal activity that they witnessed. And so that is really important for everyone to understand what has been going on in our military and what would cause and why would our military leadership cover up the brutal murder, even order the brutal murder of a 2-time distinguished honor graduate, 20 years old. He had just turned 21 years old, right? Young soldier, no threat to them. They could have sent him to war. Matter of fact, 2 times he requested a transfer and the transfer never came. So they could have absolutely transferred him. But they didn't do that. Which is, they absolutely, the the level of crime that is going on, that has been going on, is um, it has to be big. And Richard's case, I want everyone to know this. Richard's case is so big. Richard's case is connected to the drug cartel leader that was just detained just a few months back. You had El Chapo, and then you have Ismael El Mayo. His name is Ismael Mario El Mayo Zampata Garcia, along with El Chapo's son. So El Chapo's son, El Mayo, they have been detained. And but that detention, whether you like him or not, it was not done lawfully. It's just like this whole thing with Patrick Crucius. We're not defending El Mayo. We're defending the rule of law. And in the Walmart mass shooting case, which Richard's case is also connected to, and Richard's case is also connected to the criminal trafficking going on Fort Bliss, like the hundreds of thousands of taken children that are now mostly dead. Yes, that's part of it. And of course, this whole Walmart mass shooting, the question is, this is a good question. What was Rosa Maria Valdez Garcia? Rosa Maria Valdez Garcia is absolutely connected to the Walmart mass shooting. She received victims' funds, even though she's not a victim. She received tens of thousands of dollars, maybe more, from victim funds from the Walmart mass shooting. And what is her family doing in possession of Richard's personal items? So let me say that one more time. What was Rosa Maria Valdez Garcia, very much part of the Walmart mass shooting case, what was she doing, her family members, with Richard's personal items, in possession of Richard's personal items? Right? Now I think that resonates a little bit more than 3905 Bliss Avenue, even though 3905 Bliss Avenue is really, really a big deal. Because that's how the whole connection is with Richard's unit. Richard's unit has been confirmed to be involved with the Walmart mass shooting, tied to the Walmart mass shooting. I think that would be the better, seemingly, apparently also more, but they absolutely 100% tied to the Walmart mass shooting. 2 times with two individuals. So that is really very important to know. And with the news coming out that the Walmart mass shooting case is trying to gag the usurper, but he's out of office now. He's a citizen now. Bill Hicks, they're trying to gag him, and they can't gag him. He's no longer part of the case. He's a private citizen. That would be unequal protection. That would be a violation of his First Amendment rights. He absolutely has the right to speak, and we know that because of the other member of the DA's office, Amanda Enriquez, who, when she was just a citizen, she spoke out, and then she went back to work. She was working for them, then she was a citizen, then she went back to work with them. And she was, when she was a citizen, she was allowed to speak out and say what was going on. So I think it just shows you that Bill Hicks's concerns that his rights are being violated. And this is no, like, we're not trying to defend Bill Hicks, but we are trying to defend the rule of law, just like Patrick Crusius. He absolutely could not have, no way, according to uh, many different sources, including the audio recordings of Joe Spencer, had the motive or could have even understood or did it because of the physical limitations that he has, carried out this kind of shooting alone. And they're still reporting it, you know. The news is still reporting the Walmart mass shooting with the false narrative. And because Richard's unit is also connected, tied to the Mexican cartel, that means that the Walmart mass shooting is tied to the Mexican cartel. And the Mexican cartels now have been designated as terroristic organizations. So I think people need to be a little bit more careful how they address this whole issue, how they participate in this issue. Because if you are covering up for the terroristic organization, if you are aiding and abetting the terroristic organization, if you are colluding with the terroristic organization, you know, you could be facing the death penalty. You could be facing very severe penalties for your actions. Things, the law has changed in the last couple days, and I think you know, we're going to do our due diligence to get the word out that those that are have been involved with Richard's case, that are tied to the Mexican cartel, and we absolutely know who a lot of them are, and the Walmart mass shooting, those that are involved in that cover up tied to the Mexican cartel, those leaders, including generals and flag officers that are tied to the Mexican cartel, those you know, they things are very, very different right now, very different. Veronica Escobar, if she is tied to the Mexican cartel, which you know, she's absolutely tied to Mario Raskin Ortiz, who's tied to 3905 Bliss Avenue, which is tied to the Mexican cartel. If she is aiding and abetting, if she is protecting, covering up, all of that, she's really looking at some treasonous twists to her, you know, the allegations that are against her, and could be facing some um, real, um, real challenges, real challenges, real prison time, real. I would hope that it's more, because what she has done is absolutely the worst crime for personal gain. For personal gain, she's done this for personal gain, and she's absolutely betrayed her district. And of course, Richard's case, which is a service member, which is also what she has done to us, knowing that we're a Gold Star family. Yeah, you know, no respect for her position. She absolutely has abused her power, and it's yeah, that's very something that everyone needs to know, because with representatives like her, who needs uh who needs enemies, right? Who needs enemies? So one other, we have confirmation um from Mexico that Richard never entered Mexico alive. Okay. That goes against many narratives. So I think that that is really, really important for people to understand that. So there is no record at all. And the whole attempt to smear Richard, to try to put false narratives around him, and the information that we're getting back has a lot more details, and um, it's going to come out. It's going to come out how we know this. Okay. So I'm not at liberty just yet to say, but I think that that is really important to let everyone know how the narratives that were given to the public were false. And to us, even the family members were false. And we've had to work very hard investigating ourselves to expose the truth. So, the other big news is, uh, well, I don't know if I'm at liberty. Well, I will say it. We did hear that Richard Roman has passed away. That's a big development in this case. He was an attorney for Yvonne Rosales, and that's a really big development in this case. So, because that's kind of unexpected. That's unexpected there. We have been contacted by agencies today, and I think that that is really uh, also a good indication for the golden age, right? The change of leadership, the change of the law, and what they're looking into. And so, in getting our open records requests back in timely fashion, because we are ongoing with our investigation. And Richard's case is active and ongoing also by multiple agencies. And I think that state and federal. And so that is really important for everyone to know too. I will come back tomorrow with more breaking news that I'll be at liberty to say once this all gets worked out. But we're asking for your prayers right now because as things really move along, it is it's so hard for so many people that have been involved in these terrible actions um, they're facing. We need to have the courage to hold them to account. That's what I'm saying. Because we need to remember the hundreds of thousands of children that were taken and now are mostly dead. We have to remember those that have died of the fentanyl, those this drug, the families that it has destroyed, the people that it has destroyed, um, this culture of absolutely just a criminal activity, right? And so we have to have a lot of courage to hold these people accountable. And the time has come. And it's going to take courage to get justice accomplished. That's what I'm saying. Uh, following the law, doing the right thing, accomplishing justice, establishing justice is hard work, and it takes a lot of character. So we're asking for your prayer for that. So thank you so much, everybody. And I will be back tomorrow, God willing.